Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is MeyAroyo and I teach creative people how to sell their art online. And today is a video that you guys chose. I posted a poll on this YouTube's community tab as well as in our Facebook group asking you guys which video do you want me to do for the end of August. And there were two choices for that. One was what I actually think about RedBubble. Like, what are my most deeper and inner thoughts about RedBubble as a print-on-demand marketplace and supplier, as well as why would you want to be on RedBubble? Should you be on RedBubble? Are there better things to do? So that was one of the suggestions. And the second one was to watch me paint an abstract acrylic painting and then photograph it, turn it into a seamless pattern and place it on RedBubble and, other print-on-demand marketplaces. And you guys chose the second one, which was a really big shock to me. I was sure that it's going to be not even tied. I was sure that my inner thoughts about RedBubble as a marketplace for making money online would pretty much be the number one thing. Like, it will be like 90% of the votes, but the majority of the votes, the far majority of the votes, were to make me paint an acrylic painting, which I have. And I think that this is a cool system, not just for paintings, but also for photographing patterns of various kinds. And you know what? I'm not going to talk a lot about that. I'm going to take you to a ping pong journey because we're having a ping pong video, which means that you're seeing me. And then we're going to go to actually watch me paint while listening to beautiful music in the background, and then get back to me. I'll be talking again, and then get back to my screen, take that painting, turn it into a seamless pattern, upload it onto RedBubble, upload it onto Art of Wear, show you a different design that I made that isn't an abstract painting, but it's just, well, my blanket, and then get back to me and sum things up. So, ready to get started? So the very first step in this entire process was to get a little piece of paper, put it on the floor, discover how exactly am I supposed to put the phone on to film this. I don't really have any professional equipment here. Maybe I should start by getting more professional equipment here. Doing YouTube for almost 7 months, or is it 8 months now? And I got my Faber-Castell acrylic colors that I finally christened in this tutorial, along with the Faber-Castell brush and just a simple piece of paper on the floor, basically making an abstract painting. And I was using one of the techniques that I've seen on so many YouTube videos, which is just like, you just place some random spots of your acrylic and then you just smear it up. And I'm not that talented in making abstract paintings or in paintings in general. I have not painted in a long time. And the whole point of it is that I was able to create an amazing pattern from a pretty low medium acrylic painting. So I'm sure that if you guys are good at abstract painting, you can do a much better job than me. But you know what? Without babbling on, let me take you to, well, the floor of my house, where I painted this morning an abstract painting to later turn it on to print-on-demand products. Back to me. And this was my painting. This is actually a canvas, as you can see here, that I purchased to do paintings on, but I placed a little piece of paper on it because I didn't want to get it all in the floor, and it's a little bit glued in here like this. It's still being dried up, but you can see it here. And basically what I did with this is just, photograph this with my phone. And I think that the biggest misconception that I've had while working with painters, mostly one-on-one sessions, when I was working with painters who want to upload their art onto any kind of print-on-demand website, was the fact that they were thinking that they need to make a big painting for it to be on the same size of a print. So people were like, yes, this is an A4 basically paper size, so this could only be printed on that. And the truth is, the size of the painting doesn't matter at all. What matters is the size of the file that your camera creates. So my camera creates around 3000 by 4000 pixels in really good quality. These are Hake files. So I was able to do something really, really cool. And the thing is that you can photograph this painting. Oh, I should really start doing YouTube bloopers. I have paint on my hand. Getting back to me finger painting this painting at the moment. What you can do with these paintings, other than put your fingers in them, is when you take a photograph, you can take the photograph of the entire painting, but you can also zoom in and take a photograph just of this little part, and you can also take a photograph from here, and the photographs are going to be the same. Like they're going to be in the same exact size, as long as you don't, zoom in, zoom out. Just make it very, very close. And you can also edit your photos. For example, this photo that I took of my painting, my sunlight here in the morning was terrible, 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 terrible. And photographing it was so bad. But luckily, I have an app called Snapseed on my phone, which transformed it into this. So I basically did around this sort of like editing this on my phone already before sending it to my computer. But I also did extra editing on my computer itself, as you will see in the video in just a few minutes. The way that I'm looking at this system, the way that I'm looking at doing these things is just a way, to bring out your creativity. And obviously, if you are a painter and you make beautiful paintings, there are other things that you could be doing. You can sell them just as voila and not make them into a seamless pattern. But with abstract, it's really easy to just make things into a seamless patterns using Canva. And you don't have to have the Canva Pro membership for that, even though that is a big help on my day-to-day. So without further babbling, let's continue on with the next step of this ping pong, which will be to show you how I took this painting and after photographing it, uploaded the photos onto Canva, turned them into a seamless pattern, uploaded them onto RedBubble as well as to Art of Wear. But that's not all you'll be seeing, because at the end of that video, I'm also going to show you a different product that I did the same thing with. Like a different thing that I took a photo of and turned it into a seamless pattern in the exact same way. And that thing is, dum dum dum, this little one, my cozy blanket. So I basically also took a photo of this blanket, and it's kind of cool because the photo was actually showing off the different, like, it's so comfy, guys. It's so fuzzy. So I also did that, and it's going to be in this tutorial as well at the end. And after we're done showing that, we're going to get back to me and talk a bit more about what we have in store for us in September. So as you can see here, I made all of these files from the painting that I just created, because I photographed this painting with different zooms in different focuses from different angles. And I also edited these photos, as you can see here, using Snapseed, which is a really, really cool app that I like for editing pretty much anything. And I don't know if I want to be using the original files. I mean, the original files, the photography that I was able to make right now with the lighting that I have in my room in the morning was terrible. So I was thinking maybe I can try and edit these a little bit on my computer, just, with the Mac editor, which is pretty simple. I can increase the exposure, and I like how you can see the bubbles and the colors on. Actually, this is kind of nice, even though it's a bit not colorful as much as I want it to be, because the minute I increase the contrast, it just becomes very dark. But I also have this one. Nope. Shadows, I think, usually makes things brighter. And I can also play with the sharpness to make it look very vivid. And this one I kind of like. So I would probably go to Canva, because this is where I'm going to make everything into a seamless pattern and create a 5000 by 5000 pixels design. First, I'm going to start with grabbing what I want to be using for today. So I do want to use this file now. I also was thinking about using the black and white one, because it is kind of cool, or this one, or this. So you know what? I'm just going to grab, I want this one, and the one that I edited with my computer. Let's leave the black and white for a different day and drop all of them into Canva. I don't know if you can see here, but I've been starting to work a bit on my own clip art for sale. I mentioned it in the video yesterday, and I have decided to take it a step forward and use my Etsy store to sell commercially approved clip art and background, so I hope you like it. And what I'm looking into seeing here, first of all, let's see the size of my file. Because, you might have a different phone, so you might have different file size, but these images are above 3,000 and 4,000 pixels. And when I'm doing a design that is 5,000 by 5,000, what I'm going to do with it to make it into a seamless pattern is to go to grids and create a 2x2 grid of 4 even photos. And that means that I need at least that my photos are going to be 2,500 pixels, which they are, so that's not a problem. And I'm just going to take the same exact photo and put it on everything. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the second square and I'm going to flip it this way in a way that this will create sort of a sequence. And then I'm going to take the square here and I'm going to flip it vertically. And the final square, I'm going to flip it both ways. And this is actually a seamless pattern made from this photo. But let's say I want to have another one. Let's just duplicate this and grab these 4 here. And I can take this one and flip it horizontally. The third one, again, flip vertically. And the last one to flip both ways. And let's check up the last one, which was this one. Flipping the second one horizontally, the third one vertically, and the last one both ways. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to download all of them in a JPEG format. I don't need the files to be this big since they're going to be repeating themselves anyway, and I don't need a transparent background, so there is not a problem with that. And I want to try, first of all, let's unzip it to see what we have here. Now, when I'm going to upload something to RedBubble, for example, I am going to be uploading these designs, of course. Let's say I'm going to be uploading this one, but I'm also going to be uploading this design over here because I do want them to have, the greeting card and the postcard and something to be available for me more horizontally aligned or vertically aligned than just a full square. So let me just make sure that for that design, I have the right file format because this is a Hake file. I don't know if you know what Hake files are. But Hake files are basically the files that are created right now from let's save it as a PNG. PNGs, 23 mega, that's insane. Okay, so let's try the best quality. And I'm basically saving it as JPEG because Hake files are what I have on my iPhone. Going on to RedBubble and into upload new work. The first design I am going to be uploading would be the pattern. And of course, if this is your art, is what you do. You might have like already a name for this design, but for me, let's just call it morning painting and let me just give it a bit of tags. And let's carry on. Now, the standard print clothing, we're not going to be using them. I'm not sure I want to be using it on caps, even though it kind of looks really cool. But let's move on to our first product that has the option to repeat, and this is our pattern. This is the pattern created from making an acrylic painting on just a piece of paper and reversing it and making it into a seamless pattern. It kind of looks Moroccan, yeah? I think it kind of reminds me of tile art or Moroccan style, which I'm going to add to the tags. Let's move down below. I kind of really like it. Now that I'm looking at it this way, I really like it. And the thing is that you can keep it on the dress, for example, this way, or I can take it all the way down to create this pattern. And again, this was what? A painting. And I'm going to also go back to my original ones, to the acrylic ones, and I am going to take this painting as I've saved it here. And that would be the sticker. Let's go again with the phone. And don't forget to only click on regular grid and not on offset grid, because offset grid will create a totally different thing. Not saying it's not good. Actually, now that I've done it, it actually looks pretty awesome. So I'm going to keep the offset grid for the phone. No, phone is going to stay with the regular grid. We are going to find something to do with the offset one. And I'm trying to remember if this is even the same one that I've used. And I think it is. Let's go with desk mat. The mouse pads can actually stay the same. Or again, let's try the offset grid again. It is kind of cool. It is really cool. It's kind of psychedelic now that I'm looking at it. Maybe I should add it as a word. And I do want to use my actual saved up design here to be used for this. I don't want to use for the cards and the prints. I don't want to have a square shape because a square shape usually messes things up. So let me see how it looks with the original one. Or I'm going to try and cut off this one here. So I don't think that this looks good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to duplicate this file. I'm going to open it. And this is a 5,000 by 5,000. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select 3,500 and just focus on something that is 3,500 because these are very good dimensions for my postcards and my cards. And then I'm going to crop it. And I'm also thinking I'm going to turn it around because it kind of makes me think about like a sand clock in a way. So let me just replace this image really quick right here to this sand clock. And I want to see if maybe the stickers and the magnets as well to be the sand clock, and the rest I think is fine. So we have our sand clock here, and let's make this one a bit smaller into the pattern. I really do like how it looks, guys. I really do like. I'm thinking I want a shower curtain of that. I feel like a shower curtain of that would be something rather special, yeah? And for the mug, let's do something like this. Kind of reminds me of my grandma's house with all these color combinations. And of course, I could have painted it with a million other color combinations. I could have edited a lot more before uploading it to the products here. But this is a very simple tutorial, and I reckon that for those of you who have been painting, because I stopped painting such a long time ago, for those of you who are painting and haven't started painting for the first time a few minutes ago, I reckon that you will do a much better job, and I kind of like this one. It really does look like a sand clock, or is that just my head? Let's center this little puppy. And I do think that I want a different color to the frame, and white color is good. For the artboard, I'm also going to select the previous one, and acrylic coasters. Let's work on that. The throw blanket I think would look stunning. I really love how you can see the strokes of the brushes through and through. I think it's one of the more special features in this. Let's get on. The wooden canvas would look pretty dope, but let's try to make it the biggest one that I can. So something like this. I like it like that. With this one, I might just replace it with the other design that I've done. Let's choose center for the pin button, even though I have no idea why would anyone buy this as a pin button, or would anyone buy this as a tote bag. So I'm just gonna disable them. I don't want stuff in my shop that I don't think are well designed. Our apron. Oh, the Jigsaw Puzzle. I didn't even think about this product, but I do think that this would make for a very interesting puzzle. I think it will make for a very hard puzzle to make, but it is rather pretty. The sleeveless top came out looking fancy, and we have the floor pillows as well as the phone wallets. Let's try to see if maybe I will just center some of these. No, it just looks like it's her mangoes. Maybe this would be best. I can't wait to see how the leggings come out. Come to think of it, I've never ordered leggings from RedBubble. Maybe it's about time. I'm still waiting for my socks, by the way, that I got in the shop review video that I did a while back. So I'm still waiting for my socks to arrive. I got the stickers from the order I made that day. I also got the postcards from the order I made that day, but I'm waiting for the socks as well as, for the next month, because we have too many videos this month, and this month is over. So next month on September, we'll be going over more of RedBubble stickers, postcards, socks, and I forgot what I ordered more. Oh, a pen. And for this case, we have a combination of painting and mixed media with photography, and life and patterns, for example, is one of my categories. You You can just do whatever category that you have that suits it. And as the main product, I think that I would like to present maybe the A-line dress. The A-line dresses have been an amazing sellers of mine in this shop. It's one of the items that I sell most. So let's give it a shot. And it's on. And I don't know which design is your favorite, but I am obsessed with the A-line dress. I'm obsessed with it. I do love the art prints as well. I think that the art prints came out looking quite fancy. I like the way that they just filled in the postcard. And I love all of the big items. I think that this came out to look like a very successful pattern, at least to me. I would love to know what you guys think about it. If you like this design, let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to know your thoughts about this design. But I'm not stopping with this design because I also opened Art of Wear on my computer, and we have a video about Art of Wear. You can go ahead and check it out if you don't know what this platform is. But to make things short, you can sell things on Art of Wear platform as well as integrate Art of Wear as a supplier with Etsy or with Shopify. And they do have a variety of amazing products. I mean, they have all these kind of boxer shorts and wrapping skirts and flare skirts. They have amazing silk products like kimono and robes and paginiers and flare dresses and all these amazing products. The thing is that they don't have the repeat button, but they do allow you to upload more than one photo, like more than one file. So we can make a repeat pattern by ourselves. And I'm trying to think about a product that I want to test out with these designs. And you know what? Let's go with a kimono robe and start creating a new one. And the way to upload things to Art of Wear is super different, but the main thing is pretty much starting with the same by just uploading. Clicking on Upload Images and upload from my computer. And you know what? For this one, let's choose this design, the pink and the yellow. And it appears on the entire side of this, which, you know, it can fit, even though that the layer DPI is very low. And we want to see that it gets good. So in this case, the DPI is very good. So what we can do is we can place this here and then duplicate and place this to the side. Duplicate, place it up. And what I'm going to do is basically create something that will cover everything here. And it's actually not that difficult because it sort of helps me snap things into place. It's really not that difficult to keep it straight. Like whenever I come near it, it just snaps it into place. I wish I could show you the feeling of how easy it is to just tile it myself. Yes, it's a lot more work than with RedBubble, but these products are top level, sort of like this is a different world in terms of the product and product quality, and it's a totally different world in terms of design. So let me just finish this part. And I'm done. And we have, I think, our back, because this is the front part of the kimono. We also have our back to consider. And let's just add this image again. And again, we need to do the same process here of making this one smaller. Also, we can make it bigger. We don't have to make it the exact same size that we've done the last one. Front and back could be a bit different, and then tile them up. Just like that. And what I get here, and this is one of the things that I really love about Art of Wear, is that I can turn this around and I'm getting a really, really cool kimono made from basically this print going over on top of itself a bunch of times. This was just, you know, one quick way of doing special patterns when we're using our acrylic colors or any kind of colors. This could work with oil colors, with watercolors, with pencils. Any kind of physical art or a pattern or anything. I could have easily just photographed one of my blankets here at home, which, by the way, I did. It was this design. It was this kind of like fur blanket that I had with a little bit of a zebra print that I basically did the same thing and turned it into a seamless pattern and uploaded onto everything. So it's not just about the acrylic colors. It's also about fabrics. It's also about like natural occurrence patterns that we see in the world. Like, for example, if I'm taking a photo of a tree stem or something like that. So this is a really, really cool system that I really like to do. And I'm probably going to do a little bit more of that because we're starting to do a little bit of painting nights here at our little community co-living space. And it's going to be super awesome. And I hope that you like this idea. I hope that you like this concept. I hope that you like Art of Wear. I kind of really dig this kimono. It is rather adorable, and there's still a lot more to say, so let's just get back to me, wrap this up, and what we have in store for us in 2 days when we're starting the month of September. And we're back to me again for the last time for this video, and I think that now is a really good time to let you know that, hey, if you like this video or found this content useful, there is a like button down below where you can click on that will basically tell YouTube, hey, this is a cool video, I'm going to show it to more people. So do that and subscribe to my channel if you are not yet subscribed. But I think that the main reason why you guys got back to me is because you want to know what's coming up in September. And I can't wait to tell you. I don't have the full schedule of September yet. But I do know that like any other month, September is going to start with goals video, which will be the 1st of September, me talking about my goals for the month of August. Have I met them? What are my goals for September? But not just September, my goals for the last and final quarter of 2021. When I started 2021, looking ahead into passive income in 2022. And that's going to be on the 1st of the month. However, there are other video ideas that I came up with. I know that a lot of you guys want to see Clip Studio Paint, which is the software that I'm using, sort of like a basic tutorial. I'm going to do blogging ideas for RedBubble. I want to do a simple, like, crazy text tutorial on Canva, like show you all the options of things you can do with text and how it relates, you know, to selling print on demand, doing like sort of easy text designs with quotes and stuff like that. There are going to be RedBubble shop reviews as well as Etsy shop reviews coming up in September, so you can go ahead and check out a link down below in the description. This is for a Google form where you can go in and anonymously submit your RedBubble, Etsy, Society6, Shopify, Payhip, wherever it is that you're selling print on demand or printable items. I am also indebted to you from the month of July to make a video on how to make, well, videos for your Etsy listings. And I'm not talking about promoting them on Instagram. I do mean how to make a video for the actual Etsy listing video section because it is a part of Etsy SEO. I was also asked to do a full seamless pattern, like just a seamless pattern, how to create it, really pause on everything and show you guys how I'm doing this. So that will be on as well. However, there is a little photo in the community tab asking you guys for ideas for videos for September. And it's not from lack of ideas. I think I have too many ideas. I have around 100 more ideas written in my notebook. There are so many things that I want to be doing. There are RedBubble products on their way to me. There are products from Guten on their way to me. We have the puzzle from Printify on its way to me that I still need to review all of them in videos. And there are so many things that I want to be doing. Plus, with all that videos, I'm thinking about trying to make a maximum of 3 videos per week, because I am also working on my own website, on the puzzle website that I chose on like my project for the end of the year. Plus, I finally decided to go ahead and sell clip art for commercial use on Etsy. And also working on uploading more of my photography to Society6, because I decided I want my photography to be there, and I'm kind of trying to figure out what I want to do with it. I also want to order some products from Society6, so this is going to be a very interesting month ahead of us. But that's going to be in 2 days when September comes. In the meantime, I have the rest of today. Well, to me it's morning, but by the time it's up, it's evening, to basically edit this video and upload it onto YouTube, and I always feel like a time traveler when I'm saying this. I also have and want to take tomorrow a little bit off to work a little bit more about my recovery. I started walking yesterday, like I did a 2-kilometer walk, which was amazing for me. I haven't done it in such a long time. There's so many other things that I want to do. I mean, this month, I'm trying to think of September to be like my recovery month. I want to focus on me. I want to get back to eating properly and scheduled. I want to get back to my physical therapy now that I officially can get back to my low back and my fibromyalgia physical therapy after not being able to do it because of the coccyx injury. And I really want to dive deeper into what I want my business and my income to be in 2022, because this is a time to build 2 more avenues of making money other than YouTube and other than everything else that I've had so far, like 2 new big projects, which are, again, the puzzle thing and the Etsy shop that I finally find a topic for. Yay me. But again, doing all that while still spending time with my friends, having, events here. We're starting maybe a painting group for some of the girls here, like paint night with wine and cheese and stuff. And I really can't wait, especially to have a day off tomorrow. And I'm still answering YouTube comments from 2 weeks ago. It's still taking me a while to get to them. I really am sorry that I'm not answering to everyone. It's just that most of the comments are not, thank you or I like this video. A lot of you guys have been asking questions and I really want to give you straight up answers. And a lot of your questions also sometimes get me to wander off and do research before I answer to you guys when people ask me about different softwares than the ones I'm using. So there's going to be another video about a different software that you guys can use to delete background or to draw. And we're going to be talking about that next month because August is finished. It's over. And I am so grateful for all of your support throughout this month. It's been really, really hard. I had a blast and a lot of pain physically making Christmas week, but I'm happy I did it. I'm happy it's over. And I am genuinely happy for each and every one of the videos that I made this month and for each and every one of you. And with that being said, that was it from me for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next month in my next video. Bye!